Hey everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. Today I am very excited to announce that we are doing another From Your Bowl takeover in which I have another recipe creative come and take over my channel and share a recipe that they like and enjoy. So today we are being, I was gonna say taken over, but that sounds kind of weird. We're being joined by Eva from The Curious Chickpea. So I'm going to let her introduce herself now and tell you the amazing food that we're gonna make.
Hi, this is Eva. I blog over at The Curious Chickpea where I make delicious vegan comfort foods from around the world. And today I am sharing a recipe with you guys for Chana Kathi rolls. Kathi rolls are a street food from Bengal, the province of India, not the country of Bangladesh. It's kind of like an Indian burrito, but the filling is typically meat or paneer. Today we're doing chana rolls, so it's filled with chana, which is like a chickpea curry. They're traditionally wrapped in either a roti, which is an Indian flatbread, or like chapati, or paratha, which you can usually get those frozen or fresh at an Indian grocery store, or you can make them yourself, or you can, if you can't find any of those and don't want to make them, you could also just wrap it in a tortilla, I won't tell, or like whatever flatbread makes you happy. For a gluten-free option, you could serve it with rice and just kind of forget the flatbread. That's fine too. You can have them just the filling in the flatbread, or you could add some chutney if you want to kind of spice it up a bit. Like, it's really good with tamarind chutney or nut chutney, or you can serve it with achar, which is like an Indian pickle. My favorite is mango achar. Thanks, Caitlin, for giving me the opportunity to share my recipe with you and your audience today. If you guys do make it, please let me know at The Curious Chickpea on Instagram, and you can find all my recipes on my blog, thecuriouschickpea.com.
Thank you, Eva. You guys are going to love these Chana Kathi rolls. They are so good. So I'm gonna show you how to make them right now. All right, so to get things started for this recipe, we're going to heat 1 teaspoon of high heat oil in a pan. You can use coconut, avocado, or vegetable oil. And then we're going to add a diced yellow onion and fry this down for about 5 to 7 minutes until the onion becomes translucent and nice and golden. Honestly, sometimes when I'm cooking for myself, I assume like 5 to 7 minutes, like 2 is good enough, but I did the full 5 to 7 minutes and it does make a difference. Look how nice and golden it's getting, and this is just going to contribute to further depth of flavor later on in the recipe. So next up, we're going to add some garlic and ginger as well as our diced green peppers. I'm using serrano peppers. Eva recommends using between 1 and 4. I would say for a medium heat, I would use about 2 full peppers with the seeds, but you can take some of the seeds out if you're sensitive to heat or don't want it to be as spicy. After you saute that, we're going to add our spices. So we have some turmeric, garam masala, coriander, and amchur powder, which is a dried mango powder. There is a substitute for that. It's listed in the blog post. We're just going to stir this into the onion, garlic, ginger mixture and toast the spices for about 15 to 30 seconds. Then after the spices are nice and aromatic and fragrant, you're going to add in a can of chickpeas, rinse them first, some diced tomato, half of a cup of full fat coconut milk, and half of a cup of water. Then you're just going to mix all of this together and bring it to a simmer. And then once the mixture starts simmering, we're going to cook it for around 10 to 15 minutes until the tomatoes dissolve into the gravy or the coconut milk mixture. So what this is going to look like is you're still going to have some visible bits of tomato skin, but the flesh of the tomato will completely dissolve into the curry. And as you can see, the curry will become darker over time as the spices cook and infuse into the coconut milk as well. If it gets too dry at any point in time, you can add more water or coconut milk based on your own personal preference. So it should look very similar to this once it's done cooking. And at this point, we're going to mash some of the chickpeas in order to make the sauce or the gravy around it more creamy. You can use either a fork or potato masher to do this. I wanted to show you in real time because if you're using a nonstick pan like I am, just make sure to not scratch the pan with the metal utensil. It can take off the nonstick coating. So I was being very careful here to press directly straight down and not to scratch the pan. But if you're using a cast iron pan or something else, that doesn't matter as much. Just wanted you guys to be safe. Then we're going to add in some chopped cilantro and stir that into our chana or curry. I love the flavor of fresh cilantro. It smells and tastes so good to me. I know some people don't like it, but personally, I add like so much to my food, and the more the merrier in my opinion. So this is what the curry will look like once it's finished cooking. If it's too thick or thin for your liking, you could add more water, or if it's too thin, you can simmer it for a few more minutes, but it should be about done at this point. So now we're going to make our rolls. You can use any sort of flatbread here. Eva has some notes on it in the blog post. I'm just using a store-bought flatbread. You're going to warm it up on a pan first. This makes it more pliable and you can wrap it easier. It also can toast it a little bit. Then you're going to pile on the chana, and you can top it with some sliced red onion, some chopped cilantro, and some more thinly sliced peppers if you would like. And then you're just going to roll this like a burrito, except you don't fold the ends in. So you just fold the sides over each other, and then that is it. Just repeat this process with the rest of the chana and your flatbreads. Depending on the size of your flatbread, you'll get more or less rolls, but this recipe made about 6 rolls for me. And look at this finished product. It's so good. Dylan and I had this as sort of a lighter dinner, and it was really filling and satisfying. It would also be a great snack as well. And as Eva mentioned in the beginning of this video, you can also serve these chana Kathi rolls with various chutneys or an Indian pickle. So I actually purchased a few of mine online from Indian retailers because I wanted to try them out and try it with the rolls. They're all really, really delicious. The mint chutney was definitely my favorite though, so I would recommend. And that is it for this recipe. Thank you again to Eva so much for sharing them. I think that this is a really great snack meal. Dylan and I really enjoy them. It's easy to modify if you are sensitive to spice or you like things really spicy. And I also really appreciated her suggestion for serving them with mint chutney, because that is definitely my favorite chutney, and I added it to my roll and it was delicious. So I really hope you guys like these. They're also made from more common spices from Indian cooking, because I know sometimes when you're first looking at Indian recipes, they can seem overwhelming because the spices is a little longer. Well, for this one, you really only need garam masala, which is a spice blend, and turmeric. And then the rest of the ingredients are pretty common that you can find in any grocery store. So I really hope you guys try these out. The full recipe will be linked below. And I'm also going to include a link to Eva's blog. She has a ton of other amazing, delicious vegan recipes on there. And I really hope you guys check it out, because this is really good. So I'm sure all of her other stuff is really good. And yeah, she's a cool person, so you should check her out. Also, I want to give her props for having a way cooler background than me. Mine's white and boring, and she has like these cool moody bricks and plants that I want to steal, except she lives on the East Coast and I live on the West Coast, so also it'd be wrong to steal them. Anyways, thank you, Eva. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoy this recipe and make it. Leave a comment below if you try it out and love it, or if you just want to chat and say hi. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.